This is going to piss you off. So we all know that profitability is one of the number one concerns with NIO shareholders, all right? We're all worried about when is NIO going to be profitable, when profit, when profit. Everybody's commenting, when will NIO be profitable? Because, of course, once that happens, once you become profitable, you're no longer worried about, things going downhill, all right? No need for dilution. Things are going to go uphill from there on, right? So, of course, lots of factors impact profitability, but there's something happening here in China which really pissed me off, and I'm sure it pisses a lot of NIO shareholders off as well. And that is, of course, abusing the freebies, okay? So here, take a look. This NIO ES8 is actively working as like a tow truck. All right, he's in business to tow things from A to B, and he's basically on this app called Hualala, which is sort of like Uber but for towing things. If you need to move stuff from point A to point B, you go on this app and then you place down an order. And this NIO ES8 is actually part of that. He's doing this. All right, that NIO owner is doing this. And first of all, it's a testament to, of course, NIO's capability of storing a lot of stuff, right? With the seats down, you can store a lot of stuff. And he's also got a tow hook with that little cart in the back that can tow a lot of stuff. Very good. The problem is that he's getting free electricity, right? That's the first gen ES8, and he has, like I do, unlimited free battery swap, meaning we can do battery swaps. We don't pay a single dime at all. Unlimited, free forever. We can swap 100 times per day and we don't pay a single dime. And this is, of course, the benefit of buying the car early, like I did. And, Tesla used to give out free supercharging to early Tesla owners. Of course, also, equivalent, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is once you start abusing this, right, which I also don't want to see. A while back, there was also a first-gen NIO owner who used his car to go swap to a full battery and then output the battery into his convenience store, all right, using the car's electricity to power his convenience store. So he doesn't end up having to pay any electricity bills for his convenience store. All that electricity comes from the free electricity provided from the NIO swap station and by proxy, you guys, the shareholders. Isn't that frustrating? Of course, this is something that NIO is kind of aware of. They know that, oh my God, this is not good. They're fleecing off of NIO's perks, abusing the freebies, so to speak. And NIO has done certain optimizations to limit this from happening. For example, they've set a limit to how much electricity you can output per month if you have the free unlimited battery swap perk. So after that, if you pass that limit, then you would have to pay electricity fees for your battery swap. So I think that's a very fair thing. But you're seeing these first-gen cars doing this kind of cargo hailing kind of service, and that is also abusing the free battery swap perks. He can basically do that service, drive point A to point B, and get as many orders as he wants, move cargo, and he's pretty much profiting 100% of the money because he doesn't have to pay for electricity. And of course, he just goes for a battery swap. After he's out of charge, just go for a battery swap. Of course, abusing the freebies from NIO. And this is the thing, NIO has to really find ways to optimize and reduce the amount of like freebies or loopholes, so to speak. And even though we have this like a clause written inside for our unlimited free battery swap perk that if you use it for business purposes, for example, ride hailing like a taxi or Uber, etc., or even in this case, using it for cargo hailing, that is like a breach of contract, so to speak, and you might get your unlimited free battery swap perk removed, confiscated, so to speak. And even though that's the case, most of the time NIO just turns a blind eye. All right, NIO just turns a blind eye because they don't want to upset early NIO owners, because early NIO owners are the ones that really recommend the car to their friends and tell everybody to buy a NIO. And some of them, they've sold 10 plus NIOs, like me here in China, like referred to over like 20 NIOs. All right, 20 NIO sales have happened because of my recommendation. So it's, they don't want to upset early NIO owners, which I understand. But then you got all these loopholes which end up being abused. And I think really they need to reflect on all the different things that are affecting the profitability of the company going forward. And I like what I'm seeing with the fact that they've changed a lot of the freebies when it comes to the service package, the insurance packages. They've reduced the freebies down from that. They've reduced the free NIO points. They've done a lot of great things, but I feel like it's really not enough. All right, I feel like it's really, really not enough. They have to find some other ways to really limit the cash burn from being abused. For example, before, what would happen is if I send my car in for repair or maintenance, they would wash the car, charge it to full, and send it back. All right, and they have somebody picking up the car and do that. So I can be at home and do anything like that. And the crazy part is, if the service part, fixing or maintenance, takes more than 1 day, you start getting compensated with NIO points. Basically, you get paid for if it takes too long to repair the car. Well, you only get paid with NIO points if you refuse the loaner car, the borrowing car, right? The car that's lent out to you, and you say, no, I don't need it, I'll just take the NIO points. But that system ends up getting abused. And a lot of times people will find the smallest little issue. For example, oh, the window has some weird sound, and then they would contact NIO. Of course, NIO's great service. They would have to have it checked up, send a service rep, drive the car to the service center, and then wash the car, charge it to full. And people have been abusing that in the sense that it's a free car wash, it's a free charge. I don't have to spend money on the car wash, and I have to spend money on the charging. And people, they abuse that. And I could totally abuse that as well. But, I actively don't do that because I think it's really unethical to do that. But it shows that, as a company, right, sometimes I think NIO's too nice. Granted, they do have to be nice to early NIO owners because a lot of, like 80% of sales happen because of customer recommendation, right? You do have to be nice and show some gratitude towards early NIO owners, but definitely those loopholes and those cash burn aspects, yeah, I wish they could find optimization ways to reduce waste, reduce money spent, and then find a way to hopefully become profitable very soon. I know most of their losses come from R&D because they're doing a lot of research and development, but definitely fixing these issues up is a step in the right direction. And hopefully the guy with his ES8 that's doing these kind of like cargo hailing, I hope he gets his unlimited free battery swap confiscated, because it kind of really makes us look bad as well, because come on, right? Unlimited free battery swap is a perk that you should really, really value and not just abuse for your own benefit. So yeah, it's really frustrating for me. It's really frustrating for shareholders. There's still a lot of fleecing going on, abusing a lot of freebies. Yeah. Hopefully everything gets better in the future. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.